Alrighty. We're back to cry. People keep meant. Also, I got jump scared by the fact that Aglaya's already rerunning.
Oh yeah.
They really went, haha.
Yeah.
Here. Suffer. So rude.
Oh, babies.
But yes, we're going to continue the quest that is probably going to rip my heart out, just, you know, just casually from what I've heard. Oh, this is the racing thing you were talking about. Okay. And I'm really glad that I did the aptitude showcases right after my last stream, because I would have missed the jades on those, but we can do the aptitude showcases for these. Run now. I really love her colors and her attacks a lot.
Yes.
Ooh, it's an Acheron team too.
It smells of money.
Well, yeah, I still need to do the trials. I hadn't opened Star Rail since it updated. Until just before we started.
Enemy targets detected. You can't run.
I weep for the departed.
I still, like, don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get Acheron at this point, and it's so sad because I want Jiao very, very much, but I can't use him with pretty much anyone. And I really doubt that they're ever going to power scale Acheron just because she's Mei. Like,
So I can leave her. Come to me.
they're just, I just don't think they're gonna do it.
Found me. Enemy data secure. Net marker.
She may get teammates that are better, I think, but yeah, although right now her teammates are pretty good. And I think Cypher's amazing. If I wasn't interested in another character that's coming up soon, and if I did not already have Anaxa, then like, because Anaxa's working fine for me on the Acheron team, and if I pulled Cypher, I'd have to change up the team, and then it's also like, again, I really am interested in another character coming up soon.
I know, dude. That was... I know I still continued to pull on Hyacinth for a little bit, but yeah, no, I think... It's actually wild, because I was not... I was not planning on pulling for that character, but I think I might have to. Yellow Nobel. We just did the cat test. De meow meow. Have you pulled for her at all, Noble?
Oh yeah, Noble, have you pulled?
Cut away the heart of strife.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, that's right. You're voiced now.
A little honesty would do us.
It's so weird. I think I was doing a daily or something earlier, and I heard her talk during Mem's attacks, and I was like, oh
yes.
I forgot she's supposed to speak. I haven't done my pulls yet. I want to do Genshin dailies first. Understandable. I need to start doing Genshin dailies again so that I can actually start saving. I have been so bad about... Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. Okay.
My pattern for Genshin has been to condense 3 times on one day to make the daily as short as possible, and then the next day to do a few ley lines or something else that I need, and then to be able to just condense again the next day.
I just... The problem is I really hate grinding in Genshin. I hate it so much because there's no auto anything.
Yeah.
Just give us auto battle. The game's been out for so long. You may as well Elden Ring took my attention. I missed so many dailies and events. Yeah, Elden Ring Nightmare has been super fun. I do really want to stream it again. We'll see how long I end up being able to play it later today, if so, because I think there's some plans for Apex. I don't know, everything, like, I feel like so many plans were made that have been shuffled around, so I just kind of don't even know what's happening anymore. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna start I'm gonna continue in that quest that everyone says will make me cry. I'm gonna drink my coffee. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a time. But yeah, I don't think I've missed events. I've definitely missed dailies, but I was basically getting on toward the end of events and just grinding through them. I do think I failed to do a chunk of events in Genshin, but I have my iPad in front of me. Let me check. That combat event I don't think I completed, which is oof, because, you know, events are kind of a good way to, one, do dailies, but also get some extra stuff in there. Oh my goodness, my volume on my iPad is actually on. That never happens. Okay. There it is. Continue challenge. Why is it calling it a challenge? Kind of weird. I'll have to see once the characters actually start talking in cutscenes if the volume is good, because during combat it's exceptionally loud.
Danham came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
Danhang, I have to speak for you immediately! Noble, can you come in here and voice Danhang, please? I don't want to do it anymore. Just send me voice clips and I'll just play them. You definitely sound more like him than I do. Not just because I am not a guy, but... See, I would have yawned preemptively. Such a pain in the butt. I honestly don't even remember what he sounds like. I hardly remember what he sounds like, man. Then again, I don't have Imbiber Lune, and I don't use 4-star Dunhung. But I used to a lot. I really liked playing him. Until I realized he only did damage to one target at a time, and then I was like, oh. Well then. Oh, okay. Oh wait, that's a different event. Cross-border brawl. Okay, well, apparently that's another event I have to try to figure out, but we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna attempt to voice Danhang without yawning, and I'll be honest as soon as I say that. So dumb. Anyway. Ah, you're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Kratos, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine.
She just
Noble
voices him as King Juliet. Dude, I'm gonna do that. Hold up.
Witnesses at the Memorial Palace.
Can I even do...
Fall from the
See, I can do a Mort voice. It just doesn't come through my microphone because it's so high-pitched. I really need to get a mic that lets me do more high-pitched voices. I do actually... Did I delete that redeem? I do think... That's not what I wanted. I do think I have... Yeah, I do. I have an 800 point accent for a match. Redeem. Oh my gosh. Haha, you talk for 2 seconds and you start yawning.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check.
Dang.
They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her.
Yeah. That is a little... just a tad. You know, oof. It's hard with Amphoreus characters to be like, oh, they died, sad, because it's like, I kind of know it's gonna happen. Though if they do it in a certain way, like with Trebios, that got me. Pretty sure I was bawling after that.
Let's see how you're feeling later.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Yeah. Because if it's like the Aglaya and Cypher thing, the only reason I ended up crying, and obviously they didn't show it happen, so it's a little bit different than like Firefly. But the part that made me upset was the fact that we found out as it was happening that Cyphera was basically her adopted daughter and they were estranged. That's so painful.
She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
She really was assassinated.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaya. Perhaps...
Oh gosh, should I do it? Should I try to do it? I feel like it's really horrible to do it for this particular conversation. I have a coin I can flip. Oh, I have dice I can roll. Okay, odd number, King Julian voice, even number, no. It's a 3, King Julian voice. Okay. I'm not even gonna mute and attempt it before actually doing it. I'm just gonna do it. I'll maybe do it for a couple lines and then I will stop. But Noble, this is your fault. No, wait, Noble, you do it. Are you in this server? Hold on. You are. Boy, join the channel in the Library of Light and I will pull you in here and you can do it. Summary, I'm in multi-conversations. Well, get in here and do 2 Julian lines for me, please. Get over here. You're gonna make me do it and it's gonna be terrible. I don't know if I'm capable. I just got up. You're always capable of doing the King Julian ways. Teach me your ways. You must. You don't actually must. You can totally say no. That is totally fine. I'm just being... I'm just being goofy. Mainly because I don't want to do it. But I made myself roll a die, and the die told me to do it. The peaceful music. Fine, I'll do it, and I'll do it terribly. Yeah, let me taboo back in. Oh my gosh. Every time I attempt... Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I know I'm only negotiating with myself at this point. I'm gonna negotiate it to one line, but I'm gonna save it for the line that I think would be funniest. King Julian is on cooldown. Yes. Okay. Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treby. She understands Aglaya's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaya dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Crateros.
It's so silly hearing Finan's voice actor be serious after seeing clips from his streams.
I'll stay here to lead
He's incredibly goofy.
Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, someone has to... Also, Miss Hyacinth...
It's just the same lines.
The baths are empty.
No citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. And the fact that she kind of died in the baths, that might be an element of it, Danhong.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from Crateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaya's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings, declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please.
He's going to become the world bearer titan. And he's already quite literally bearing the world. Like, the woes of the world specifically. On top of its own.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
I'm gonna cry if they're crying. I don't want to hear the little ones cry.
It's the cute.
It will
little ones
absolutely
crying.
make me cry. They look like they were wiping their eyes.
Little Gray, you're back.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Oh. Interesting. So they're actually going to make it. Wait. I can't even access it. That's so rude. Optional, review the memory remnant. There we go. Aggie.
So you really don't have to take the medicine anymore?
No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now the time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear?
Aggie. Go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you.
I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many challenges in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years.
It's beauty, isn't it?
Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty.
Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready?
1,000 years ago, when I took up the core flame of Nestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Finan. He will understand. He will grasp the duty I have left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by hatred or anger. Wow. Won my 50-50, the streak continues. Nice!
Finan,
Congrats, Noble.
my humble student, my trusted
Also, good job with the voices, Dots.
Thank you. That British accent was kind of all over the place, but do them as often as I used to. So
Sounds
that's
way
one of
better
the
than I
main
would.
when I do Dungeons and Dragons and I try to do a British accent, I struggle so much. And for some reason I have learned it is even more difficult to try and do a British accent at the same time as playing a male character. I, for some reason, can't do a guy voice at the same time as a British accent. And it sucks because one of the main NPCs in my campaign that I run is a British guy. Like, he has a British accent. And it's so annoying.
As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the flame-chased journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death?
I just made my cat jump. I didn't mean to surprise him so much.
Oh no. Watch, he's gonna be offended by that for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But I knew I couldn't.
My friend almost brought over her kitten today that she just got. He's a little black kitten, and his name is Toothless, and I actually lost it when she told me.
That is so cute.
I know.
If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Alchema still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn.
It was still a part of the plan.
Yeah.
Inflicting deep
Hey,
pain.
Oceans.
Hello, Oceans. I'm only here so I don't get sued, but hello, how is the Getcha games going? Oh my goodness. So you don't get sued? You make me sound so hard.
Yet,
How are you doing today, though?
You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional
Bacon dinner, nice. No, I'm joking. I'm here because I'm supporting my friend. Well, thank you.
Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphoreus.
I mean, it was kind of obvious, so
Amphoreus' future.
I don't understand how Mr. Man did not realize he was to be the world bearer. But okay.
Complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy. Ignite the stars and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you
7 ads
create.
back to... Was it 7 ads back to back? It should not do that. Was it because... Was it the ads from joining the stream and then immediately into an ad break?
It might have been that.
Dang. Very unlucky timing. But alas, for now, I gotta do ads, sadly. Passive income. What to Spanish McDonald's? I know, I don't. I wish I could control the kinds of ads. Like I think on YouTube you can control the ad categories. So you can say, okay, I want food ads on this channel and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you can do that. But not on this, apparently. Another McDonald's ad. I'm trying to make chicken parm.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands?
Now I have to start playing the video game. Do it. Yo, his chin is so shiny. Did you see that? I'm gonna wait for it to do it again because that was really funny.
Yeah, there it was.
Go on, shiny chin. This boy's so sparkly. I mean, his hair is sparkling. Come on. Do it! If the ad break is done, I come back to sobbing anime, man. That was his cheek. That's good enough. He's sobbing because his teacher died, okay?
Can you do me a favor?
Oh, no. Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please.
He doesn't burn, he sparkles when the sun is out. Fake vampire. I will never consider
Spread the word.
Edward a real vampire.
At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the flame chase.
Unless he's guilty of draining Bella of all character, interior character before the book began.
For real! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I haven't read the books. I've watched a lot of video essays on the movies. The only, and I've talked to my mom about this because she used to really like them. Like, the only way you are ever getting me to watch those movies is if we do a hate watch. And she's like, that's fine with me. Like, okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I really, yes, they are hilarious. Yeah. I've seen so many edits making them, like, in the style of The Office. And I'm like, dude, if someone re-edited the entirety of the series like that, I would totally watch them. If I ever direct a film, it's gonna have the same bad acting as the first movie.
And what's so sad is that those actors, like, it's especially the guy who played Edward, who's gone on to do other things and definitely act. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, no,
it's
they all
really
hated
bad.
working on those movies too.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a single actor on that set actually enjoyed working on them.
Yeah, agreed. I liked him in the new
New Batman.
movie.
Yes,
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
That was so good. I need to rewatch that. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, for a little bit he was in Harry Potter. Not for.
Oh yeah, Cedric. Rest in pieces.
Well, and collect your thoughts.
Poor Cedric.
I need to prepare.
Oh, I like Prisoner of
Taylor
Azkaban.
Lautner was also in Harry Potter. Pretty sure. He was one of the Unless
kids.
I'm just confusing it, because the kid that used the shark ability really looks like him, but Taylor Lautner was Shark Boy in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's what I grew up with him being. Because dragons, yeah. That was one of my favorite levels in the Lego version of it too, because you actually got to go like fight and ride the dragons. When Voldemort gets his own body, that was actually scary. Yeah. I remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Yes! They were so fun. I watched that movie way too many times growing up. Cartoonist has arrived. He took my dream journal.
Cartoonist. What brings you to Marmorio Palace? I plan to get everything.
I'm like, what is this movie? Yeah. It's, it exists.
How are you holding up? I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is
I
still
love how Cartoonist talks kind of like Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Shark Boy and Lava Girl was on the same... No. I disagree. I think... trying to think of how to explain this. I think that Shark Boy and Lava Girl was indeed on shrooms, like Alice in Wonderland. But Alice in Wonderland was on, like, quirky, whimsical shrooms, and Shark Boy and Lava Girl was on cringe Y2K shrooms. Yeah, the same shrooms as Spy Kid, for sure.
Yeah.
But Alice in Wonderland was written in the 1800s. There was no room for Y2K cringe because it didn't exist yet. So, definitely both on shrooms, but different types of shrooms, for sure. No pout. No pouting.
There's a level of intelligence behind the craziness in Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. I'm gonna go rage bait.
Right. Your assessment is now here. Take this.
Oh, there it is.
You've completed it.
Dawnmaker.
Mm.
Name I've chosen for it.
Oh, my noodles, baby.
Items.
Before dawn, prepare for battle.
Noodles.
For
Don't noodles.
Wield your sword. Befits your stature. It
What's
does.
the line from?
Chrysos heir.
Oh crap.
Which one? Kung Fu Panda?
Yes. What's the full line?
I don't know if I remember. I know he's talking to the wise tortoise about it. And he's saying, like, talking about the noodle dream or something, and says something like, noodles, don't noodles.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles.
Yes.
Don't noodles.
I need to watch the movie again if I can't remember the lines.
I know. I just recently watched them all with my family and I didn't remember the whole thing. You guys remember those Nickelodeon movies like Sky High? That movie's wild. So,
I like
Sky
Sky
High
High.
was weird for me because I watched maybe the first 10 minutes of it when I was like pretty young and I thought I dreamt it. I did not think it was a real movie until someone mentioned it like 5 years later at school and I was like, that was actually a movie, and then I never watched the full thing. Same thing with oh my gosh, what was that like camp, like band camp one? Camp Rock. I also thought that was a dream, and it was not.
I think a lot of those movies had that kind of feel to them.
Yeah, fever dream movies.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad swordmaster.
Oh, Finan was purposefully trying to...
Precisely, just from what I described.
Boy!
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames, its blade will. Wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cartonix. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphoreus.
You'll probably also use it to destroy them. But apparently you don't realize that it's a little sus to make a sword that looks exactly like the weird enemy creature that you keep fighting.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are.
It's kinda like Aglaya now.
This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
I don't know.
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
And no context for how she got it, so it's just us, the audience, left with the pain of the knuckle bone bracelet supposedly representing good luck and good fortune.
I understand.
Wow, Aglaya. Kind of rude.
I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have a need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
You know, it was a weird but awesome movie, Aragon. It's the reason I love dragons. So I don't actually know if I've seen the Aragon movie. I'm literally staring right now at the first book of Aragon. I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, the movie utterly destroys what happened in the book. Like, it's so completely different. I wouldn't know. I need to read that soon. It's literally sitting on my shelf of, like, to read. But that reminds me of the movie Dragonheart, which I really loved. I also really loved How to Train Your Dragon. We were just talking about how my friend named her kitten Toothless. But I was Astrid for Halloween. Dragonheart is so good. I only saw it for the first time a few years ago. I really like that movie though. Very good movie.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look, Lord Finan is here.
Dark Crystal is good. Have you seen Netflix's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Because that is also really good.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Gotta. It's really good. Highly recommend.
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heirs' flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey.
I mean, you wanted to be the flame bearer of strife, so you kind of did that. Also enjoyed Labyrinth with David Bowie just because of how creative it was. Yeah, that movie's really good as well. Just like
I love Labyrinth.
The like 80s and 90s fantasy movies are just like, even if you've never seen them before, watching them feels like nostalgic. I wasn't even alive in the 80s or 90s, and I still feel that way. You might be the babe with the power of voodoo. Oh my gosh. David Bowie's fit in that movie was just mwah.
It is crazy.
The hair and the makeup, and it was great. Great.
This journey was supposed to unify, not divide. To strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed.
Yeah. I think that's the outfit I'm thinking of. Like, I like his other fit as well, because I just really like the, like, really high-waisted black pants with a really loose white shirt. I am quite literally, I'm doodling as I play. I'm quite literally basically drawing that right now. So that's hilarious. But, yeah.
The part of that movie, though, that I would say, the one that it's not, I still really enjoy the whole thing. That kind of freaks me out is the part with the, or at least the first time I watched it, it did, was the part with the, like, red puppets that, like, take off their heads and throw them around and then, like, try to take off her head.
Yeah, I think that scared me the first time I watched it. Because I think the first time I watched it, I was in my early to mid-teens, and that part was freaky.
Yeah.
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you.
My favorite parts in the movie is when they're in that pit or something in the green arms. I'm not sure if I remember that scene, but I'm glad you like it.
I think is that the one. I think I remember it. The part with the hands that like make eyes and mouths and like talk.
Oh, yes. That was interesting. Not like super scary, but also kind of like fun, I guess. But I guess that's kind of the whole movie, is like almost scary, but mostly just kind of fun.
He's very innovative, very creative in how they just different parts of the movie. Yeah.
My perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now,
oh shoot,
Paimon has a way with words.
For now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss. Okay. Something special about a man of letters. Impressed with all the goblins had cannons and stuff besides being in isolation. I mean, cannons are still kind of an early weapon. Like, cannons were invented a while ago. Tanks, though, that's a newer thing. At least 100 years, to maybe 200 years.
Indeed.
the flame-chased journey is nearing its end. With only one titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your
Dang it, I did it again.
bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people.
Better people!
Better people! Just slightly a little bit goofy sounding. It's okay.
Better people! Better people! Better!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded
What do
me
you mean? Of course
that
it's
Aglaya left
goofy.
me perhaps the simplest
It's only goofy on the surface. Deep down, it's a pit of despair. Not just because of the gacha system, but because they say they're going to give us wholesome and fun stories, and then they kill playable characters on screen and just make us sit with it.
to bear the burden of creation. I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphoreus is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. for the memories of Amphoreus will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the gold weaver, Aglaia, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
They have to bury the fictional body somewhere. That's true. Except, like, some of them just kind of disintegrate. Or they get deaded.
That singing sounds so
Wow.
familiar.
Wow, look! All of the characters have died! All four of them! And there's only gonna be more! It's great. It's wonderful.
That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety, your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little.
See, so like Treeby and Aglaia are at least he's hotter in 2D. He is hotter in 2D, I agree. Most of the characters are though, to be completely fair. But they're talking about when he was little. But does that mean that he's 900 years old and so they knew him when he was little? Or does that mean he's like maybe only like 150? Or is he actually the age he behaves as, which is, I would say, like 26, 27. How old is this man? What is the average lifespan of someone in freaking Amphoreus? I really want to understand. Because, like, it's so weird because Mighty, don't make me think this early in the day is 6 p.m. It's too many brain cells before 9 p.m., okay? Sorry, that was something that my friends and I used to say. It's too spicy before 8 a.m. if any of us said anything remotely goofy in the in the sense of saying someone was attractive. But with Finan, when I look at him, when I listen to him, when I see how he reacts to things, I don't see him as this, like, guy who's been alive for a really, really long time. And even though Mighty has his own, like, immature moments, but I guess that's to be completely fair, men always kind of have that. I still feel like Mighty is at least a few hundred years older than Finan. And it's confusing, and I need answers. I see him as someone who doesn't know modern fashion. This is modern fashion, what do you mean?
Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Ah.
Goodbye, Lady Tree.
So rude.
Yes,
I heard
it's
what you
so
said.
sad.
Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Ha! Yeah, because no one remembers that. Unless they're crazy and they actually like math. I commend you, people who actually like math. You are more patient than I. Sleight of hand, roll for that. Okay, hold on. Let's get my dice.
Lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
Is this the top of my dice case? Yes, it is. Alright. Well, I do have some dice that's like a little bit fine and colored, so I will grab that. Roll. I rolled a 5. Or, well, fine and rolled a 5. So bad. I don't think he's got a big enough bonus for that to be good.
Goodbye, Professor.
The DC was a 4. Dang. Whoever he was sleight of handing was super oblivious then. Dropped it. Okay.
Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gastras.
I didn't even notice that they were fading out of the picture until that one happened. Man, everyday friendship isn't as cool as it seems. Trust me, it gets exhausting after a bit, Castrates.
Claya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphoreans. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind.
They're just using the word Genesis as in, like, the beginning, because that is what Genesis means. Beginning, creation, etc. Sadly not a true Bible reference.
A tyrant is a fine line.
So I guess if you consider it a reference and it just uses a word, maybe, but then again, the word Genesis is not just the Bible.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
Well, Bible references in my Chinese gambling game? SMH, truly.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
Oh yeah?
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya.
Maybe what I wanted to say wasn't you, child.
I also don't show my vulnerable side, so you and me will get along nicely, Golden Girl. See, I mean, I guess getting along is just kind of base level friendship, so maybe. Because I was gonna say, well, I'm not gonna get very far if neither of you are willing to open up.
But this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
I mean, you're not dead, so no.
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling.
I'm a manly man. We can't say tears. Castrum means castlery. I assume. Maybe.
Deliver.
Let's look it up. Castrum.
Also mean I don't know, but it could also mean fortress.
Meaning. In Greek. Wow, you tell me you're gonna give it to me, give me the freaking definition, and then you give me, like, literally nothing. Okay. Castrum meaning. Could refer to a building or plot of land used as a fortified military base. Which makes sense for...
Mm-hmm.
Or, now what about Kremnos meaning? Oh. Okay. Is that... In the King James Version of the Bible, it's translated from Matthew, Mark, and Luke as a steep place. It is a masculine noun. Interesting.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
Look at my nice sword. Look at my pretty sword. You don't have a sword as nice as this.
For a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightimos.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey.
Oh! If that is Miss Mams, that is Mem's voice. Just straight up same voice actor.
And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
I bet Fan sings Minecraft parodies. He would.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people and tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Days later at Dawn Cloud.
Dawn.
Meow meow.
The
This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
See, she's also 1,000 years old. They just keep throwing around 1,000 years like it's gonna make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Baby, you go, baby.
Cypher, you...
Seamstress. Tell me, does Akuma have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, ours
You baby.
have seen?
You don't know, baby.
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawncloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cypherer. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypher?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person, or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby!
Miss Hyceelins?
The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects.
Yep.
But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cypher. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
I think it would put you in the right direction, but it may not solve everything.
Lies will always be lies, Cypher. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cipher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad. I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you.
That was a cute little mouth animation. But just a smidge.
Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
Stinky.
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh.
My Mr. Part dinner is done, so y'all have an awesome stream day. Thank you so much, Oceans. You enjoy your food. Let me just zip up that jig and she's got... Yeah. Maybe just a little. It would make her faster. There'd be less drag.
Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
If I decide to nope out on this. Oh my gosh.
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
That's a little evil. You making a little evil face, Finan. Sir. What you doing? I mean, I know you kind of have to be mischievous when trying to figure out and deal with Cipher, so I guess you go.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh.
He's like, well, I am going to be the world bearer.
I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion.
It's you!
That lunatic may have lost their mind. But they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
they're also waiting for everyone to leave.
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Hyacinth POV.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the Grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all.
I love the little sounds it makes. I'm so sad that I missed her because I just want Ika. They better make a plushie of him. He's so cute.
Little chonk.
Little chunky.
I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People,
Why do I feel like she's gonna die and it's not gonna be her that takes Aquila's core flame? It's just like, it's just something that they would probably do, you know?
Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the Grove.
It's like I said earlier, I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen to anyone else.
I know that it's not 2 hours like I originally planned, but do you think it would be worth ending there since it just started the Hyacinth perspective?
Yeah.
Or is it really short?
I mean, it does seem like a pretty good stopping point.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly how long that section is, but I think if you're feeling it, I think this is a good spot.
Yeah. I think that might be a good spot. And especially because, aha, look, I actually have access to my stuff.
Yeah.
But I will before. Buttons? There we go. I know, I will have access to her for this, so let me make a team. Let's do... Yes. Because I want to see her animations and stuff. He's so cute. Little magical girl. She's adorable. I'm so upset. What's her phone case look? Oh my gosh! That's so cute. Love it. Alrighty, I need to sneeze before I do my outro. Hold on. Ow!
Bless you.
I turned so far away from it, my mic, and yet it still picked it up. Ugh. Okay. Hold on. Ouch. And now I'm gonna yawn. Wow. Okay. Well, apparently, my face just has to make all the sounds before I end the stream. Okay. Pink Babala, yes! Look at the baby. She's so cute. I'm so sad I missed her. But it's fine. She'll probably rerun. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, I hope that everybody enjoyed the stream and the chat. It's been a fun time. I'm sorry that it's shorter than I would usually do it, but this week I've just been tired. So we're just gonna say that, yeah, like 1.5 to 2 hour streams is probably gonna be what we're gonna get this week. But I got some stuff done. It's all good. So yes, I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope that I will see you again on another stream. Not sure exactly when I will continue this quest. I feel like I keep falling into a pattern of Monday, Wednesday, Friday for streaming. I may try to stream more of this tomorrow and do another short one. But tomorrow is Thursday, so we'll see. But yeah, we will see when I will stream this next. But you know what? In the meantime, you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. God bless, and bye-bye.